Putin responds to Trump, missiles rain down on Ukraine while 700 Russian kamikaze drones. Yesterday was a day of a powerful Russian air offensive, while the Ukrainian president met in Italy, first with the Pope and then with the head of state, Mattarella. Over 700 Russian kamikaze drones and 13 missiles hit Ukraine in the night between Tuesday and Wednesday. That is, a few hours after Donald Trump's announcement that he wanted to continue supplying defensive weapons to Ukraine, contrary to what had previously been leaked by the Pentagon. According to Kiev, it was Moscow's largest attack in the nearly 3.5-year conflict, with the commanders of Russian forces saying they had targeted military airfields in particular. Almost at the same time, CNN released an audio dating back to 2024, in which then presidential candidate Trump is heard claiming to have warned Vladimir Putin against continuing attacks on Ukraine, threatening to carpet bomb Moscow otherwise. This confirms the rumors circulated at the time of a meeting of donors to his campaign in May last year, about the words of the tycoon who declared that he had also sent a similar warning to Chinese President Xi Jinping, threatening to attack Beijing if the People's Republic invaded Taiwan. Trump himself, moreover, would have admitted that he had little success with the head of the Kremlin, who would have replied that he did not believe him. Moscow said in essence that it knew nothing about it. At that time, there was no telephone conversation between Trump and Putin. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said, suggesting to journalists who asked him for confirmation to go to the White House. However, Putin's spokesman added, "Today there is a lot of fake news circulating. Russia therefore appears determined to refrain from reactions to Trump's resignations that could jeopardize the already difficult process of restoring relations with Washington." This also explains the diplomatic response to the accusations made by the American president to his Russian counterpart of saying, "Bullshit." Trump, in general, has a rather harsh style, Peskov commented again. But let's deal with the issue calmly. We expect to continue the dialogue with Washington. We expect that despite all the decisions to resume arms deliveries, although none have actually stopped them, Trump and his team will continue their efforts to bring the conflict resolution process to the political and diplomatic level. While waiting for this solution, Moscow continues to intensify its shelling as well as to advance slowly on the ground. Rain of drones and missiles, including Kinzhals. According to the Ukrainian Air Force, the Russians launched 728 drones and 13 missiles overnight. Air defenses would have intercepted 711 of the unmanned aircraft and 7 missiles. Not enough, according to the Ministry of Defense in Moscow, to prevent military airports and related facilities from being hit, also because Kinzhal hypersonic carriers were used in the attacks. The military leaders did not provide details, but according to the Telegram channel Operation Z, close to the armed forces, the motor plant in Lutsk, where aircraft engines are repaired, and the Ozernoye airport in the Zhytomyr region were hit in western warehouses and logistics hubs in the Kyiv region, and the Kharkiv airport area in the northeast of the country were also targeted. Ukrainian local authorities have provided a toll of 1 dead and 8 wounded during night attacks. But in shelling during the morning in the eastern Donetsk region, 8 civilians were reportedly killed. While in the southern region of Kherson, the governor denounced the killing of a 1-year-old child. For its part, Moscow said it had shot down 86 Ukrainian drones on its territory, while the governor of the Kursk border region reported that the toll from a Ukrainian drone attack on Tuesday on a beach in the capital city has risen to 4 dead, including a 5-year-old child, and 6 injured, which rises at the confluence of 3 rivers. Those who supply weapons to Kiev must know how they are used to kill children, was the comment of Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova.